into the sunset. We will be free. Where we go, anything is possible when I do. Oh, my future looks so beautiful. Take my hand, and don't you forget I am trying to make my way to you. So when we say away with me into the sunset, we will be free. Stay away with me into the sunset, we will be free. Anything's possible when you're doing. Oh, the future looks so beautiful. Take my hand, and don't you forget I am trying to make my way to you. So when we say away with me into the sunset, we will be free. Stay away with me into the sunset, we will be free. Say on the way with me. Stay on the way with me. Away with me into the sunset, we will be free. Away with me into the sunset, we will be free. Away with me into the sunset, you and I, we will be free.
All right, that's enough. Stop.
Away with me into the sunset, we will be free. Where we go, anything is possible when I do. Oh, my future.
All right, I guess that's enough of that, yeah? What's going on, guys? How are ya? Jeffrey, what's the show? Well, it's not help yourself, but I like that. That's pretty cool. Help yourself. Kind of goes with a shelf help. I'm not here to help you. I'm here to help me. This is selfish. This is a selfish endeavor. I'm a flawed, somewhat depressed, somewhat happy human being. And I like to share my thoughts. Maybe my thoughts help you. Maybe they don't. Maybe my thoughts make you feel like you're normal and you're not as fucked up as me. That's hope, right? You ever watch TV shows that, geez, Look at that. This thing is monstrous. I do not take advantage of this. I feel like the Joker. Like, go with a smile. Or it looked like Salvador Dali got fat. Do you remember Salvador Dali? Wasn't he like melting clocks and stuff like that? Yeah, I think it's because he was insane. I think that's what it was about. But I feel like I should use this mustache more often, so I have mustache wax because that's important. We'll get to the bondage in a moment. What else? This is a hold on, I'm getting old. This is a beard oil. This is what you spread on the women who hang around you, so people think you're heterosexual. You know, beard. You're welcome. This is a anal. No, this is cleanse and refresh. I believe this is to cleanse said homo blocker friend beard. So you can put it on your women. This would be nourishing and moisturizing beard conditioner. How lucky am I that I'm alive during a time when my own narcissism is supported by products? Shocking. Brought to you by Meta, because they're listening to you. What else? Oop. We got cleanse and refresh. We got an oil. We got a lubricant. We've got gear oil. What do you do when you have to? Oh, here's one. I know you're asking yourself, does this guy actually keep beard products at his podcast desk? And the answer is, yeah, why not? This is a beard balm. This is in case, I don't know, I guess condition and moisturize cleanse, it doesn't matter. So why are subscribers seeing ads? Oh, because I needed to make an extra 8 cents this month. Sorry about that. I'll deselect that later. I'm sorry. What were the ads? Were they good? Were they like something current? I try to look at them. I can't see them. Tell me. I want to know. Beard balm. Hold on. Let's see what it says about beard balm. It says massage with P. Is it PEE? I gotta check. I gotta put my trifocals back on. Let's check these out. Oh no. Oh shit. The trifocals aren't working. I'm actually nearsighted, so I can see up close better. I think maybe it's the lighting. I am old. I'm old now. I'm older. Shit. Let's find out. PEA. Okay. Size. Uh-oh. When you're tracking little tiny words, you have to like stay on it because if you look up, you lose your spot. Massage with a pea-size amount of balm between fingers. Then rub the what? Balm. There you go. This is bad. Shit. With your balm into your beard. Style as desired. Enjoy being impressive. That's nice. I always enjoy being impressive. Who knew? This was for me. Do you really style a beard? Like, I think it's just to keep it from going apeshit on you. Like, let's see if it makes a difference. I think I have my beard together. We'll find out. Okay, hold on. It's just gonna be styled. Oh, this is a pea size. Let's see. I don't know. Is that pea size? It looks like a big pea. And peed a lot. That's like a fat pea. That's like a lima bean. Okay, it said rub into your fingers, right? Okay. I'm gonna look like a glazed donut. Looks like I was running pivot at a bukkake contest. If you don't know what bukkake is, ask the ladies. They've been there. They've done that. It's fine. We don't judge. All right. Well, this is not mustache wax. This is beard oil. I think I have a beard brush. And I think I have a beard flat iron. This is a beard conditioner. How much shit do you have for your beard, Jeffrey? This is a beard and face moisturizer. This is a beard balm. It's fucking crazy. Beard wash. Can't show you this. This is so I can personally record. Applying beard goo. Aftershave. What's the point of aftershave? I don't shave. I mean my neck, my cheeks. You know the difference between homeless and chic is neck and cheek. This. Can you tell me what this is? Ready? Shh. Hold on. It's got speeds. That one sounds like it's fun. Yeah, you put it in your mouth. That was really uncomfortable. It was dry and my teeth were not ready for that sort of invasive maneuver. I'll tell you that. You gotta kiss my neck a little bit, you know. Tell me that I'm pretty. Tell me that I'm sexy, you know, stuff like that. You're so pretty. You're so sexy. Now I'm gonna put this humming thing in your mouth. Sweet, I can handle that. It's like prison, right? They treat you with respect. Now we style. Hey, welcome, Shelf Help Show featuring me. I don't know. I was gonna do a show with John tonight, but he went to the movies. So I was gonna do a show with John last night, but I forgot last night was last night, and he texted me at like 9:25, like a responsible co-host, and said, "Hey, we going on tonight?" And I said, "Who is this? And what day of the week is this?" And he's like, "It's Tuesday. That's when we agreed we would do this show, and it's right before the show, which is what we also agreed upon." And I said, I'm not prepared. If we go on now, and I'm not prepared, I'm going to probably take out a array of beard cleansing ointments and just go over those. And that's a stupid fucking way to start a show. So oh, there's a Russian person. There's a rat in my kitchen. There's a rat in my kitchen. What am I gonna do? Gonna kill that rat. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I do have a rat in my kitchen, and it's not a pet rat, but it's a pet rat, but not my pet rat. So, little known, interesting factoid about where I live. I live on a pet cemetery. Okay. Some would say it's haunted, but I say it's fucked up. So, my neighbor, sounds like there's two rats because I heard them fighting. I'm not kidding. I have two rats. they're in the wall, but they come out behind my fridge. How do I know? Because I went to turn on the stove and I opened it up. There was a rat in there, and it jumped down and it ran back behind the fridge and out back through the wall. So the lazy person that I am, I haven't done anything with them yet, except maybe there's three rats now. That's getting excessive. One of the rats was in my bedroom, aka my son's room, when they're here. It's his room. And he said, "Dad, I think there's a rat in my room." I said, "Huh, it happens. All right, I'll find it." I'm like, the amount of detritus and fucking food you leave behind, I'm surprised it's not 100 of them. And he goes, how do I find it? I said, well, if you hear it, then listen for the sound and then pick up stuff where it would be and then see if it's there. So I had a feeling since we're on a pet cemetery that I knew what kind of rat it would be, and sure enough, I was right. So the rat's name is Vanilla Bean. My children adopted it. How do I know? And why would I adopt a wild rat? That seems insane, right? So it's not your typical desert rat. Apparently, a rat or two escaped from a house around here, and they live underneath my house and they breed. And little black and white rats, the exact same kind you find at the pet store, you'll see one or two around the property sometimes. So last December, my kids found Templeton. Actually, my dog and my cat brought them in the house, brought Templeton in the house. Templeton was a black and white rat, just like the kind you get at the pet store. And I was like, dog and cat, they've had pet rats before, so they're not vicious. They're just like, hey, look, there's a rat. And I was like, hello, rat. That time I chased him out of the house with a broom because I thought, like, for some reason, even though I have a pet rat, I've had them in the past. If it's a rat that you don't know and it comes into your house with your dog and cat escorting it, you must take a broom and scare the fuck out of it and chase it out of your house. It's just instinct. And then, like a week later, I saw him out front eating seeds from under the palm tree, and I went and picked him up. I said, "Hi, rat," and he said, "Hey, what's up?" And I said, "Well, I guess now what? I guess you'll come indoors with me, and you will be our pet." I didn't think about it. I didn't like think like, oh, this is what my neighbor Stephanie was saying to the person who owns the property. Hey, I saw this rat run down, this big rat, run down the side of the house and then go underneath his house. That's me. Her house was my house, but now this house is. And she's like, it's disgusting. We should kill them. And I'm like, just let it be. Who cares? They'll eat the garbage. It doesn't matter. Well, that's when I found out, I kind of put the two and two together, that Templeton, the black and white, was an offspring of the rats I had never seen, but now understood that's what she was seeing. Because I remember asking her questions like, "Are you crazy? And how old are you? And you want to come over?" Like stuff like that, you know. And she was like, "Well, I'm Latina." I'm like, "Bonus, so you are." And um, I'm 28, and no, thank you. I was like, ageist bitch. I told a story about her a while back, and I was like, and then I gave her some iced tea with Rohypnol in it, and then strangely enough, she wanted to hang out for a while. It's like, it's not funny, guys. There was no iced tea. It was just a pill. So, anyways, 2 weeks back, kid hears noise, and I'm like, go check it out. And you hear him, like, he's all scared in the bedroom, and he's like moving stuff around, and he's like, oh, it's so cute. I said, what is it? He says, it's a black and white rat, just like Templeton. Oh, Templeton died, by the way. Happens. He shouldn't have gotten in my way. He gave me attitude. So I was just like, what do I do? I'm like, pick it up. He's like, but what if it? I said, what? It's a rat. It's literally a domesticated Norwegian rat. Like they're from Europe originally. They were brought here. They're a scourge. We don't really need them out there breeding and making more rats, because 2 rats, if left to themselves, if the death rate was 2 years, which is the average in captivity for rats, would have like 1 million rats would be populated in the course of like 60 days, something like that. It's ridiculous. They breed fast, they die fast. Yeah, fuck hard, die hard. Yeah. So I'm like, you can take it. I don't care. This little guy was like this big, this big, and they got on the day I was taking them back to their mom's. And like, can we keep it? Can we keep it? I said, not at my house. I already have a pet rat. I don't need another pet rat. I don't know if those two are going to get along right away, so I don't want the responsibility of that rat killing this rat. If you guys want it, convince your mom. So she said, hell no. Tell your dad he can. And then they sent a picture. She's like, oh, okay. So now, wild rat, and we explained it. She said, "Do you guys get this at the pet store?" I said, "Yes." Lie to your mother. Lie to your mother. You say pet store, and it's still sweet, kind little rat, and it's still going to cuddle with you. Or you go under dad's house. What's the difference? That's probably cleaned more often than the cage it would live in. So Vanilla Bean is doing well. Hunter was having a hard time training her. He fell in love with her. And although Hannah thought it was going to be her rat, turned out Vanilla Bean apparently is Hunter's rat. Why do you have to hear about my pet dying? Because that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Real life happens. This is why this shelf help. Help yourself. We're all hurtling towards our death, and if you get a rat, much, much sooner. Prepares your children for the eventuality of their parents dying in a fiery crash. So it's good. I mean, wouldn't you want your kids to be prepared to be orphans? That sounds sad. But realistically, once I'm dead, it's not really my responsibility at that point. So if there's heaven and I go there, which is why I did the Christian oath, then I've never had a relative come back and be like, hey, guess what? There's heaven. Mind your P's and Q's. Don't make your children upset and talk about your death. So, I'm banking on, at the end of it all, it doesn't matter. Just try and be a decent person and upset people to like you by talking about death all the time. All right, this is a mustache wax. This is a thicker wax. This is actually used for styling. How do you grow such a mystical, fantabulous mustache, you may ask? Well, girls, look, somewhere around 45 years old or so, you're probably going to start going through the change, right? Am I right, Amber? Misty? Or Missy? I'm sorry, I call you Missy. Say it's true. You know it's true. Your hormones start to change. You start getting facial hair where you never had it before, or at least you cared enough to shave it so you didn't freak out your partner. Your estrogen wears out. Your voice gets deeper. Your eggs dry up. And you can grow a fabulous mustache like this. So I'm just preparing you. Kaylee, you got a couple of years. I think. It all depends. You are like 6'4", so you might have a little Y chromosome in there. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm teasing, sweetheart. So let's check it out. If any men are watching, and if you're watching this video on demand, thank you very much for coming back and checking it out. I appreciate it. We're at 94 followers, so if you could be 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, is that 6? That's right. That'd be cool. That's it. Tell a friend. Tell people you like. Tell people you don't like. Be like, this guy will play with his mustache. He'll talk about adopting wild animals and giving them to his children. And maybe read a little bondage book. Shelf help. All right, check out this bad boy. This is how you grow a mustache. If you're a man and you can grow a mustache, you can grow one like this. All right, here's what it takes. First off, time, patience, and enough Y chromosome to pull it off. But I would always shave my mustache off because it would irritate me. I didn't know what to do with it, right? So it would grow this way, and then I can never figure out how to do anything else. It would just grow. So what I did one day was I asked somebody who had a mustache like this, my buddy Jason. He had a big old fucking handlebar mustache. I don't put any effort into mine. And I said, hey, Jason, how the fuck do you grow a big old mustache like that? And he said, oh, thanks for asking. No one ever asks. They just say, I wish I can grow one. And he goes, everybody can. I mean, most men and some women. And he said, here's the trick. You have to let it go on the sides. And here's what you do. You lift this part up on your mustache. Like there's no this part yet. That takes a year. And then you go and you take a razor and you shave off this piece underneath. And that'll actually break free this corner. You do the same over here. Shave it off on right here, up here. It'll let that corner go. And then, put wax in it and toy with it. And but don't shave it off and don't cut it. And let it just go. And then you can train your mustache to do like stupid pet tricks, like speak, heal, tickle your girlfriend's taint, That's what you put out like this. Oh wait. Oh, see, we don't need a chindo. We got my mustache. Oh wait. Oh, there's one. And do it just right. Anyways, you can imagine all the things you can do that will be disgusting for your mustache. Hey, how do you get your mustache to do that? It smells like a fisherman's net. What kind of wax is that? I'll tell you what, it's not. Okay, anyway, that's enough of my facial hair. So I had a birthday last week. Had a birthday 2 days ago, technically. I turned 28 years old. That's very exciting. I know you all hope to look this good when you're 28. And what did I do for my birthday? Well, my friends from the show threw me a little birthday bash online, and I hung out for about 2 of the 5 hours, and I fell asleep. I'm sorry. I was so tired. Long story short, I spent all my money. My car broke down. I didn't sleep for like 48 hours. Then I got tired in the middle of the show, and I just like, I love you guys, bye. And I fell asleep. I don't usually do stuff like that. Like after like 7 hours, I'll cut out. I mean, unless we're looking at like prostitutes online or something fun like that, because that's an important part of shelf help is to know how to find local talent. It's important. It's really important. It's fun too. Yeah, usually after like 7 hours, I tap out, but I tapped out at 2, and like the next day, my mother texted me and she said, "Hey, are you okay?" I said, "Well, that's a relative. You're my mother. What do you think?" She said, "Well, you look tore up on your show. Like you look something bad." And I said, "Well, Mom, it's my 28th birthday. I had hookers and blow for the prior week. You know, what are you gonna do? It gets tiring after a while. I didn't think I'd have to be a prostitute, but divorce is really expensive. So, having like a half realized giant mustache looks really stupid. Why'd you guys let me do that? I'm not prepared to actually Salvador Dali this shit. This is when you cut it off because you're in a fit of annoyance. You ever cut your hair in the middle of the night after you've been drinking? Let's talk about that next on Shelf Help. That's when you decide, look, you can grow a mustache like this, girls, and you can make it blend in seamlessly. Look at that. I don't even look like I have a crazy mustache. I'm like business professional and shit, almost kind of. What was I saying? Oh, Kaylee, did I not respond to you again, sweetheart? COVID. There's no COVID in my house, and I got home last night, and I was sleepy, and I looked at your text, and I didn't respond, and I apologize. Yeah, I had COVID like in November 10th, like right around my anniversary, as my ex told me. Happy anniversary. I'm like, oh, you're so kind. So yeah, I'm been COVID free and tested. I thought I was gonna have COVID pneumonia for a while. I was like, fingers crossed, but no luck. But I'm sorry, Kaylee. Yes, COVID free. I would say if you have a gift for me and I'm not here, leave it on the front door. But my neighbors here will steal stuff, so I have a feeling that you're gonna probably get me something like sausage. Oh, speaking of such, I left my sausage in the car. Shit. Huh. One of my vendors that I use at work for toll-free numbers, they sent crackers, salami, and cheese for the holidays. This is the time of year when it's cool to be an administrator and work with vendors because they send you stuff. So another major vendor I work with, they send brownie bites every year. So I regift that shit every year. So far, it hasn't come. So either somebody ate the brownie bites already at work, because they're really good about opening those packages, even if it has your name on it. They're like, well, let's see what's in here first. Send me the box. You don't need to open it. It's got your fucking name on it. But I get it. Maybe they think I'm like taking payola and I'm going to use their services over for brownie bites. You know, if you got if you're paying like 40 grand a month to work with a vendor, brownie bites are not going to seal the fucking deal, just so you know. Take something bigger than that, like indentured servant. You know, something like, if you want to get me to pay your company 40 grand a month, give me like what's not inappropriate that people would judge me for, like 14-year-old boy, you know, with strong back, looks like he can do yard work. I'll just adopt him, give him my last name, it'll be fine. I mean, I had one. I have a 19-year-old boy. He doesn't do yard work. You would think that being half Mexican, he'd be good at it, but nope. He got the I gotta dox myself now. Dad bod biker beard. He's back. Oh, he's not racist. He's divorced. My kids are so proud about being half Mexican. They're the whitest looking kids. So awkward. It was fine when I was married and their mom was there, because, you know, you could tell enough. She's pretty Caucasian looking too, but you know, she's got dark brown hair, so they're like, well, you know, okay, they're not racist. They're obviously half breeds. But now they're just, I'm just like, guys, you can't be at La Paria Suiza and trying to out Mexican each other. Y'all just a bunch of crackers. Stop it. You're not biracial. Mexican is not a race. Stop. Look it up, kids. I know you want to be woke somehow, but you don't have to change your gender, your pronouns, or your race. Like, just relax, for God's sake. So, I don't know what's on the show tonight. Wait, hold on. I didn't know your sausage was detachable. Yeah, well, I had to put in the divorce paperwork to get it back. So, and then she was like, I don't have it. He lost it years ago. It wasn't me. Somebody else sued him. This is how you declare. This is how I declare my love for somebody. Listen, I would pay you child support and love it. Oh, really? Yeah, just not yet. Can you wait like 2 to 4 more years? Because that's a big bill. Oh, it's fine. We'll wait until the Down syndrome risk is really high. It's fine. And you got a permanent child, which is kind of cool. They're always happy. No, I'm gonna stop. Girls, stop me. My God. Coming into the show, I was playing a song, a couple of songs by Alien Atmosphere. I put a link in the chat. I'll put it up on the YouTubes. I have expressed permission from Matthew and his brother that I can play this music on my show. So I can't monetize YouTube because they still give me a copyright. It's fine. I don't really care. I don't make any money on YouTube. So.
Am I dreaming? I must be sleeping.
It's good stuff.
All those years ago, you never said too much for all you people. Can you hear me? We gotta stand up and fight to be free. Oh, I believe.
I kind of want to make the.
I met this girl on the night of Halloween. She stood there with a flower, man, she looked like a beauty queen. I took her inside so we could have some fun. She walked around and met everyone. Molly, Molly, you're so fine. Sometimes I wish you were on mine. And every day
pretty fucking catchy, isn't it? So check them out. Just follow them on Spotify. Play their music. Share it with people. If you're in my generation, then the '95 to early 2000s, rock pop, popular stuff. I was talking to Matthew, the drummer, and also he sings on some of the tracks. And I was like, dude, this music, I love it. It's poppy, it's clean, it's definitely catchy, top 40 all the way, possibly Disney movie type music. And he goes, oh, actually, I have an option with Disney to option some of the songs for Disney movies. And I said, hell yes, son, get some Disney money, get out of this place. And then I told him this is how you date yourself, and you realize that this person could be your child, not because you were a slut when in the '90s, but maybe. I was like, I said, your music is like Empire Records all the way. And he's like, right on. I said, Empire Records, like this to me, the Empire Records soundtrack is like, this sounds like that. He's like, cool, right on. I appreciate that, man. So you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Do you guys know Empire Records? If you don't know Empire Records, it was a movie that came out in, I don't know, 90 something, 94. Liv Tyler, that chick who was in that movie with the three witch chicks. What was it called? Not Fairuza Balk. She was later on that one show with that one guy, the Mentalist guy. That girl. I think Renee Zellweger was in it. Yeah, I think so. I think anyway, let's pull it up. Empire Records. If you haven't seen it, it's a great Hocus Pocus. No. It would have been the one where there were like three teenage chicks who conjure up shit, and it's kind of dark. Like Hocus Pocus was like Bette Midler and Kathy Najimy and Matthew Broderick's wife, I think. Whatever her name is. What was it called? The Craft. The Craft. It was The Craft. Good job, Mama Fox. The Craft. That chick was in that. But she was in Empire Records. So the Empire Records. It takes place 1995. Perfect. Yeah, good times. It takes place in Empire Records, which is like a Tower Records type, music store, and it's the comings and goings of this band of kids who work there who love the music and love the scene, and it's harkening the era of Napster and MP3s and everything starting to digitize, and they basically this is their home away from home, and they all have their little interpersonal. Robin Tooney, good job. They all have their interpersonal relationships and little drama that goes on, from what's normal with kids that age, sex and drugs and rock and roll, basically. And there's a great soundtrack put together because it's in a record store, even better. And they find out that the store is going to go under and it's going to be sold by the owner. And they find out that it's like their last weekend, and they were like shocked. So they're doing everything they can to try and to keep it open because they don't want to lose like a piece of Americana. So pretty cool, right? Yeah, fantastic movie. Soundtrack's so good. So soundtrack, Till I Hear It From You, Gin Blossoms. That damn song has been on so many movies because of it's great, right? These kids to me sound a lot like Gin Blossoms. He goes, well, that's one of my influences. I'm like, yeah, see what I told you? Empire Records. Come on, son. All right, Pops. Fuck you, Boomer. Edwyn Collins, A Girl Like You, Crazy Life by Toad the Wet Sprocket. What great sounding band names, right? Toad the Wet Sprocket. Love those guys. The Cranberries, Liar. The Martinis, Free. Bright as Yellow by the Innocence Mission. Whole Lot of Trouble by Cracker. What You Are by Drill. Here It Comes Again by Please. Sugar High, Coyote Shivers. It's great. Coyote Shivers. Ready, Steady, Go by The Mises. Nice Overalls by Luster. The Ballad of El Gudo by Evan Dando. I Don't Want to Live Today by Ape Hangers. Check it out. It's the fun thing about 90s is you may not know the name. You may not remember the names of the bands, but there's so many one-hit wonders. I guess in every generation there are, every decade, but you listen to it and it will definitely give you a throwback to the 90s. So for Matthew, who has shared his music with us on Shellfelt Alien Atmosphere, it's a good throwback to Empire Records Day. So check it out. What else? A little business today. Oh, bondage book. I got a bondage book. Did you guys see that? I did. It's pretty sweet. I have rope. It's still white, which means what? No one bled on it yet. That's good, right? You don't want to tie the knots that hard. It's not good. If they're bleeding or they can't feel their extremities, you're probably going to hurt them and cause permanent damage. So, thank you, ladies, for the bondage book and the rope. I haven't oiled my rope yet, but that's usually a good idea. You basically you put some oil. Some mineral oil works okay. Baby oil works okay if you don't want it to smell nice. But you basically lubricate that rope, soften it up a little bit. Not so much that when you snap it, it sprays people in the eye. You don't want that. Thanks, Mama. I got a vanilla candle and I got rope. That'll be from Vanilla Brat, Amber. So I'm burning it right now so I can think of Amber while I play with my rope. Tie myself up, call myself bitch. So the fun part about reindeer games like bondage is all of it. So much fun. If you haven't ever tried it before, don't read a book on it. Just get some rope, and I don't know if you know how to tie your shoes, or maybe a noose. Just be careful. Fuck. Have a clue what you're doing. Reality Bites was a fantastic movie. Yeah, great soundtrack too. That was did Ben Stiller? Did he did that movie, right? It was like Matthew, what? Who was in that movie? Reality Bites, good soundtrack. And they came out with a bunch of cool 90s stuff. A bunch of cool movies in the 90s, independent music that wind up blowing up. I started working in radio in the 90s. I first started running the college radio station, and with Bucky. Actually, Bucky and I were teammates. He did a show, Captain Bucky and the Budman, and I would do news, sports, and weather for him, and then he would do a show. Now, when you're the king of one-liners like Bucky is, it's not you shouldn't be primary on the mic, because if all you have is one-liners, you got nobody to play off of except for yourself. So I would try and do one-liners for him. He'd be like, "Hey, Captain Bucky here with the Budman on news, sports, and weather." I'm like, "That's what she said." He's like, "Yeah, damn it. Why don't you just do this part of the show?" I'm like, "Because you need the credit hours. You have to do it." And then like the next, we took like half of the airtime, of course. And then we turn around and I would do a show and he would be like, "Yeah, that's more fun because you can talk shit nonstop about nothing." And that's even with music in between. So when we were doing college radio, we've told stories before. I get in trouble for making commercials that were inappropriate or, apparently threatening to kill students if they didn't listen, by mimicking public service announcements. Because I'd get all the public service announcements. Because when you're the FCC requires that you do 30 minutes a week worth of PSAs, and It's amazing how often you get emails and faxes from people who don't want to pay for commercials, and they call it a public service announcement when it's really they're just trying to hawk their own their business through it. I'm like, that's not a public service announcement because you opened up a crepe store. It's not a PSA, guys. I try and tell them what qualifies. I'm like, I know you're cheap and you don't want to pay the $100 for a 30-second spot, but if you want to be a public service announcement, you better be giving something away to the public. There better be something free, and there better be something that you can declare is good for public consumption, and that's not paying you for crepes. They'd be like, thanks, I'll try that. Yeah, we're going to screw over the government. Let's do it legally. Anyway, don't tie anybody up without reading the book first. You can't get hurt. So if you want to tie people up, and you have people who you have somebody who's like, I don't want you to do that to me ever. And I said, I never do anything to you. I do something for you, and you'll be grateful. You have to come back with like an air of confidence. I will never be tied up and spanked. Yeah, I don't blame you. I think it's horrific. Who would do something like that? But don't worry, you'll ask me. No, I won't. No, you will. But don't worry, I won't bring it up ever again. You're stupid. I would never do that. No, it's fine. I'm just going to sit here and read this book naked. And think about the women who would. But don't, that's cool. I would not even want to do this with you. Oh, I'm sorry, Keith. Jeez. I didn't want to be distracting on the show. She's like, will you respect the rope, mother? I haven't even oiled it yet. Give me a break. Okay, fine. So the key is, if you're going to bend somebody to your will, is not tell them that you're not doing that. It's pretty easy. Yeah, I would never do this to you. I mean, you'll ask me to at some point. You'll probably demand it, but I'll remind you that you're not interested in case that ever happens. Well, why are you into something like this? You know, it's about trust. I'll be honest with you. It's about trust. It's about exploration. It's about, new things. So it's the things that you fear the most that I think you should always conquer. Yeah, there's always this assumption. There's this assumption that pain goes with it, and I'm like, no, it's bondage is not pain. BDSM is not pain. Parts of it can be, but it's only if you want it to be. It's not about that. It's about tactile experience. We use, especially when it comes to being intimate, we tend to use very limited things. We use touch, right? We use, how many sensations do you have outside of, genital stuff? Like, does it feel good when I put my mouth on you? Yes. Okay. Isn't it possible that other things other than that feel good? No. Well, what about if I rake you across the back gently with this spiky wheel thingy? No. What if I choke you until you pass out? No. Okay. What about these pink fuzzy handcuffs? Oh, yeah, that sounds fun. Why? Why is that different? Why pink fuzzy? Why does that matter? Why is this different than that? Other than this is all knotted up. And I'm sorry, Kaylee. Yeah. How about this? How about we try and have a healthy relationship that's based on mutual interest, trust, desire, and finding out new things about ourselves. And then we'll figure out what that looks like. And here's how you know that I will never do anything that you will not like, because I will never do anything that we don't discuss first. Period. When does that happen in relationships? I know it's weird. I know my mom is always like, oh, I hate when you talk about sex things because you're my son. I don't want to hear about that. But I'm like, it's not just about that. I talk about sex things as a model for, like, to me, it's like the obvious model of how relationships work. relationships require a couple of things in order to be successful. It requires trust, it requires honesty, it requires respect, right? And openness, communication. Those things are important. So when you venture off into something like kink, whatever that kink means, that means you have to engage each other. You have to have a conversation, and you have to agree upon something, which is compromise, right? But it's not even necessarily compromise. Compromise, the idea of compromise is both people leave the situation less satisfied, and I don't think that has to be the case. I think that's what a concession is. So I think compromise is used incorrectly, at least from the book dictionary. Because I don't think both parties have to leave unsatisfied in some way. I think that when a concession means that you're giving something up, and you don't want to do that. And I think concessions are bad. I think concessions are destructive because they're not specifically mutually beneficial. Well, I will concede this to you begrudgingly. Well, no, I don't want to grudge ever. But let's communicate. Find out what happens when you communicate expectation and outcome, and then guess what? You meet the expectation and outcome. What does that do? It is a model for how to manage a relationship. It's okay to not like the same things. It's okay to, not have everything in common. You have to have things in common outside of physical things. Otherwise, you'll just grow to remember that you never liked each other in the first place. But if you want to find out things you have in common, that in up front, let's say that you don't like, watching cricket, playing Monopoly, and drinking champagne all the time, whatever your thing might be. In the beginning, you act like you care and you act like you want to participate, but then over time, you realize I was just doing that because I wanted to have some intimacy and seem like I was a cool person. Like, I don't want a scrapbook. I'll scrapbook with you. If you want a scrapbook, I'll do it once or twice. Like, I'll do it. But when I discover scrapbooking does not interest me, I'll be honest. So if on the surface you don't have a bunch of things in common, and here's the thing about men and women, so I'm talking about men and women, and even in same-sex relationships, it doesn't matter. You're going to not have everything in common. I mean, you can be like, we both like dick. All right, well, that only gets you so far. So even in, any relationship, if you want to find more in common, then just try new things together instead of trying to convince somebody that the thing you like is something that they will also like. That's dumb. You're not gonna convince a woman who doesn't like sports that football is fun. And if you don't like sports and you're female and you're with a dude who likes sports, you're gonna fucking resent sports after a while. You know the song by Hootie and the Blowfish, "Only Want to Be With You"? You know that song? Only want to be with you. You can call me a fool. I only want to be with you. That's how Darius Rucker sounds. I'm almost exactly like the same. You guys probably thought I'm going to get a copyright strike for that. I know. That song is about not him only wanting to be with his girl. It's about his love of the Miami Dolphins and her resentment of it, and him realizing that he resented her because she only wanted him to be with her and she hated football, and he was in a relationship that obviously wasn't going to work. So it was his ballad to the Miami Dolphins about wanting to be with them. Like, I want to watch your shows. I want to be there for everything. I want to watch the games. I don't want to. You can tell I'm not a sports fan. I just said shows. Fucking stupid. I like sports, but I don't dislike sports at all. I think there's good Zen benefit to sports, but you're not going to find me wasting a day getting drunk and watching football. I haven't even watched episodic television for the last 5 years. So I talked to anybody that, have you seen the show? I'm like, nope. Well, how about this? Nope. I'm like, is Grey's Anatomy still on? Is McSteamy still sexy or what? Well, they killed him off 10 years ago. I'm like, cool. Watching episodic TV to me is what you do when you're in a relationship that you're just trying to get by until bedtime and you're waiting to die. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it if you're into it, but personally, if I can get back all the time I spent watching TV shows, I would take it in a second. Because I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. Again, I don't mind watching TV. I'll do it. But I did watch A Good Doctor within the last couple of years. I like that. And I watched the Lethal Weapon Fox TV show. And then I think I watched Bates Motel, which the kid from The Good Doctor is on there. What's his name? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory guy? That was a good one. But I think those were all at the request of someone I was dating, I think. See what happens? That's when you're like, the end is near. The end is near. Hey, you want me to tie you up? Well, can we watch The Good Doctor while you do it? I'm like, I'm going to blindfold you too. Well, I can hear it. I don't know how you can hear it over the heavy metal music that I play to cover up your screams. Can we just put it on in the background? I'm sorry, am I your ex-husband? Yeah, this is not going to work out. I'm not going to go drink myself to death in the garage while you watch The Good Doctor. You can get the fuck out. And then after that relationship was over, I was like, I kind of missed that show. And I went back and I finished it. I was like, it's quite good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Maybe I thought I was making a concession. I think I was too wrapped up into my I am this and I am not this. You ever find yourself doing that? Freddie Highmore, yeah, great actor. I love that kid. You ever find yourself making declarations when you meet somebody or you're trying to develop a relationship with somebody, and you're like, you make these like hard stances about who you are and who you're not, and then after a while you start realizing like I'm defining myself based on past trauma. I'm like, I'm not a cuddler. I've made this declaration many, many times. I'm sorry, that sounds like I'm a slut. But I've made this declaration a couple of times where like I am this and I am not that. They're like, well, I like to cuddle. I'm like, I'm not a big cuddler. I'll be honest with you. I think I have intimacy issues. Don't worry. I'll give it my all during coitus. We will not be unsatisfied in that regards. But I'm going to probably get up and clean the house. And then you try and put the wet spot on your side. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I'll throw you a wet rag because I'm not a dick. That statement just sounds like complete dick, right? Hey, here you go. It's cold. Should have caught it faster. Jesus. Hey, roll over. Left side, your side. Go. I'm gonna go pick up some groceries. Oh shit. So I found myself like making these declarations. I'm like, yeah, I'm not a big cuddler. I'm kind of hot. I run hot, so I'm not like, I'm cool for a while, but like you start to go to sleep, I don't necessarily want your fucking heat signature making me sweat. What are some other things? I was like, I'm not a big like PDA sort of guy. I'm not one of those gross people who is gonna like want to make out in line at the fucking Starbucks or something. Like those people are gross. And I find myself labeling all these things, and then I couldn't figure out why my attempt at relationships was not working out, because I'm like, this is who I am, this is who I'm not, and deal with it. And then here's something new I adopted, but I'm going to own it 100% as if it's part of me, but I'm just trying it on. We'll see how it works. And I couldn't figure out like, why did we hit this stale? Like, Everything seems like it's cruising along. It's all, hot and heavy and fun and whatever the case may be, or it's interesting and exciting. And then I found that I've created this frame for myself that is, I am not flexible. I am not open-minded. I'm going to take my past experiences and use that pathology to define my future experiences. And I had an epiphany when I thought, you are not my past, and I am not my past. And there's no way that I'm going to have a healthy relationship with anybody if I lead everything with, I don't like that, I don't like this, I'm not into this. Because then I found that I was starting to get that same reaction. And this would be an example. Hey, have you ever tried to be tied up and vulnerable? I don't like pain. Well, it's not about like pain. It's not about that. It's about this. No. And I remember going like, why are you so not open-minded? Can you explain to me why you have a phobia, basically? Like, you better never spank me. What are you talking about? Why would you bring that up? I never asked. Well, it happened before and I don't like it. And I found myself going, wait, why are you being unreasonable? I'm sorry. Have we done that before? Is this me? Why the fuck would you project a bad past experience onto me and then draw this line in the sand? I'm like, that's offensive. And I found myself being offended. I'm like, now I want you to let me do this. And I was being cute earlier, but it was really like, I'm not going to push it, but this is something I think is important. And I said, now I'm realizing this is something that is important for me. Because I'm testing boundaries by talking about it because I'm curious. And then you are this staunch, like, fuck no. Because one time things could go wrong. If somebody slapped your ass or whatever when you guys were fooling around and hit you, that's not what I'm talking about. If somebody hurt you, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about somebody literally going off half-cocked and, thinking this will be fun and, slap your boobs or something. Like, yeah, that sounds horrific. Yeah, why do guys do that? I'm like, I don't know about guys because I'm a guy. I don't do that. Why would I do that? Treating you violently and striking you, that's horrible. Nobody likes that to happen. I said, no wonder you have a like, this is not me. This will never be me. Watch me. And I was like, it made me kind of examine myself. I'm like, where are the broken parts from my past that I am projecting into my future that will just absolutely ensure that pattern gets repeated? And I realize is I'm laying there holding this person happy. And I have this feeling like, I don't want to let her go. I don't want to let go. And I'm not sweating and I'm not hot. And I don't feel compelled to get up and run around and go clean the house or go grocery shopping or find a rat under my fridge or whatever. That I don't have intimacy issues. That I don't have anything. I'm not any of those things. And I was like, what the hell? And I apologize. For dudes to apologize, that's pretty rare. I told her, you're lucky I'm 28 years old because my testosterone is significantly lower than it used to be. So I'm willing to be intimate and cry with you or, be emotional and talk about feelings and stuff. And she's like, your testosterone is not low. Like, no, it is. I've had it tested. I got the testosterone of like an 80-year-old man, an 80-year-old woman, I think. She's like, holy shit. Have you ever done testosterone replacement therapy? I'm like, oh, I have. Yeah, I turned into a beast. She's like, that's frightening. You got the libido of a 17-year-old. Do I? Weird. Huh. Well, I'm going to go see the doctor about hormone replacement. Please don't. Please don't. You're going to kill me. What are you talking about? I'm not the excited guy. Oh, you know what? There I go labeling. Yeah, I might. You want to see? You want to see how close we can get to death via death by orgasm? Oh, you almost died that time, didn't you? Huh? I stopped breathing for like 3 minutes. That was pretty good. I didn't even have to choke you. Oh, Lord. That's my humor to deflect the fact that I would get all emotional about finding out that, yeah, I'm not all those things. And I was like, holy shit. You know what, sweetheart? What? I'm a cuddler. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm a cuddler. Like, I enjoy this. Like, I don't want to stop. All right, she fell asleep for a couple of hours and drooled on my armpit. I loved it. I didn't mind at all. She's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I fell asleep on you. I loved it. It's like being with you. It makes me happy. You can drool in my armpit. I don't give a shit. I mean, the things you did on my face was just like shocking. So this is nothing. Amazing. Who cares? You just spit in my face. I don't care. Yeah. Kind of eye-opening. So I want you guys to think about it. Here's some of the help yourself. What are some of those non-negotiables that you brought forth? Kaylee, you would say I was a cuddler? You guys do the same thing. You all think I'm well, remember, yeah, I think if you present it in a kinder, gentler way, it's all presentation, right? Guys are afraid of that sort of stuff too, right? I found out that I'm not just dominant. I always thought I was, but that came with control issues. Control issues were like, all right, I'm in charge. If I'm in charge, then things go the way I expect them to, or they don't, and then I don't have to worry about disappointing you. I was like, well, how interesting. My personality I'm still dominant by personality, and I would say that I'm just not 100% everything. You know, I kind of was like, I am absolutely willing to give up control. I had no idea that I was. I thought I was afraid of that until I realized I was also a cuddler, and I was also, you know, all these other parts of me that are the parts that I was always afraid to have exposed. And then I was like, shit, would you ever let me tie you up? I'm like, yeah, why not? Really? But you're not like that. I'm like, no, I'm who I am. Why would I say I'm not like that? I would just be betraying my own concept, my own ideas of letting that baggage go. Crazy. But think about the things. This is my task for you. You could share it if you'd like. You can go to theshelfhelpshow.com. There's actually, I sent you guys on Facebook. If you look on Facebook, you're invited to the Tribe of Self. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's actually a group app. It's an app for a group text that's related or linked back to the website, theshelfhelpshow.com. I'll post that question in there, and then you guys can answer it, and it can be anonymous, or you can share with the group. But what are those things that you have taken with you from prior relationships that you always thought defined you? That now, as you're moving on, and now you want to be better and be open. What are those things? And then What's it going to take for you to let them go? So this is on Facebook. You're invited to the Tribe of Self. I'm glad you're here. A place to share love and heal. Do me a favor, drop a line. Tell me what's the biggest lesson that you learned. The biggest lesson you learned is, I think, is supposed to say that. I have to fix that. That would have saved you so much emotional investment. If you can go back and teach your other self these coping mechanisms that would have made your pain easier without losing your growth experience. What are they? Apparently I was voice to texting and I got an O in there. So you can put in your phone number. It'll send you a link to the app. You can download the app and then we can be linked together and we'll kind of explore those topics and share some resources and material. So if you haven't gone to theshelfhelpshow.com, please do that. This is what here, let me show you. I just downloaded it on my phone because I like to try new things without or I like to tell you to try things without trying it myself. So let's see, that glare sucks. Yeah. There are words, I'm sure. There we go. So that's it. Download the Dine by Wix app. I don't know what it's called, Dine. All right, where is it? Here it is. Download and join. So it's going to go over to the Play Store or the Apple Store. Restaurants on the go. I don't know. Download it. I think it'll link to my. I think that's like the foundation is that dining app. But let's see. I'm going to open it and we'll find out what's there. It's on my site. I must have said I was going to sell food or something at some point when I was building that website because I was thinking like flavored lube or something. I swear to God, the rat in my kitchen is louder than the rat in the cage. It's a little black and white, like that big. I'll name it Coffee Bean. Actually, my kids will be here on Christmas Day or the day after. I'll let them hunt this one down and make a pet out of it. I was going to turn on the oven when I saw it in the oven and just kill it, but I don't want my house to smell like that. That's how I roll. I'm either like kill it or adopt it, you know. It's kind of like my MO with girlfriends. Destroy it or love it. There's no in between. She is not the lack of love that you felt during your marriage. She is something different. Be open-minded. So, anybody want to share? If you want to share now, I'd love it. If not, we'll move on to something else before I call it a night. Resources also the shelfhelpshow.com. Let's I'll show you guys the webpage. I put something on the you know how you have those little pop-ups that say cookies? Jeffrey, hi. Kaylee, what's up? I heard you. What's up? Kaylee, are you gonna give me a cock sleeve for my birthday? I just want to know. I'm curious. I'll do an unveiling on the show and show you how to use it. Oh no! Stop. This is the shelf help. Look down here where it says cookies. It says settings. It says something about we use cookies on our website to see how you interact with it by accepting you agree, blah blah blah. And then over here it says instead of yes, it says cookies. I thought that was funny. Cookies. Oh no, I won't kill that. Do you have a link, Kaylee? Do you have a link to your item? Oh, yeah. Hey, Kaylee, if you have a page or a link or anything for your item for your sex toys, I can put them on the page, and then you can sell them. You know, obviously it'll go to you. I'll set it up to go to you if you want to advertise that. So here's the page. Oh, I got to take this off. I don't want that on there. You can sign up. You can read some articles that I've written. I don't know why there's a Hanukkah thing. Oh, this is a Dave Grohl. I think it's a Stay, Lisa Loeb, and it's done rock style. There's a couple of clips. I think it was my mother saying "Spank me to Mark." So some show stuff up here. You can check that stuff out. Also, YouTube, of course, has the shows. If you want to look at the products that are for sale, the merch is under shop. If you want to buck me to be a stripper at a kid's birthday party, that's available too. But then here's the shop, Atomic Dork Squad, ifjeffcoysmom.com. Transplanted Devil, all sorts of gear can be purchased. Yeah, if you want to own a black man with a bag around his neck, there's one there. That's pretty cool. Jesse Smollett, you got convicted, son. So yeah, the Shelf Help Show. Check out some swag, guys. Oh, I haven't checked to see if I have to fulfill any orders. I thought it was supposed to go directly to my manufacturer. Notifications. What are your notifications? Johnny D joined the Shelf Help Show. Joined the Shelf Help group. Hannah Banana started following me. That's my daughter. You guys aren't even like they don't love me as much as my daughter. Come on, you must. All right, well that's enough. Let's bring me back. Why a kid's birthday? Did I say something about a kid's birthday? You know that crap just comes out of my head and I don't realize what I'm saying. If I had to plead insanity, I could probably get away with it. Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna be a stripper. Well, I mean, what's gonna be more memorable? Think about it from a marketing standpoint. You know, like would you stop and be like, male stripper for hire? He's chunky, he's hairy, he likes rope. Available for your bachelorette party, or age appropriate child birthday party stripper. He'll wear pasties and thong. He looks like their dad. You're gonna be turned on anyway. You might as well hire him. Dun dun dun. Come on, hot and horny housewives. You know you want a dad bod biker beard to wiggle his shit at your 9-year-old's birthday party. Mom, why is the fat man dancing? He's happy. He's happy. Mrs. Jones, would you like me to help you cut the cake? Yes, Dad bod biker beard. Tickle me with that mustache. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. It sounded like prostitution right then, but I'm working for cake. I can't even eat cake. Yeah, I used a zero. Still no go. I don't know what that means. Oh, it's a zero. Wait, why? App. Legal. Oh, yeah, look, I think you can be an appropriate stripper at a kid's birthday party if you do it right, you know? Like, what if I came in as like a clown and then and then I turned into a fairy princess? I just had to take off my clown outfit slowly to music. Just saying. Password to app, Jeffrey. Pay attention. What? There's a password to the app? Huh, let's take a look. Enter your phone to get a link. Message and data rates may apply. Use the code PCY0ZK. It's on the Facebook page. There you go. That's Amber says you create own password, then add as invite, or you can use that code, I guess. So for those of you who are watching video on demand, this Shelf Help Show, Wednesday night solo edition. I should check my messenger and see if anybody wanted to join. No, just me. Oh, I'm sleepy. All right, here's the link. You can be part of the group. We can forego social media. This is our own social media. Yes. And you can say as many awkward and inappropriate things as possible. I'm not going to ban you or shadow ban you. Give that a shot. I think I almost got the rope untangled, Kaylee. We're doing all right now. I think. I hate it when you get down to the last little bit and you realize it's tangled in 5 spots in the middle. And you're like, how did that happen? I'm just going to cut this piece off. But I don't want to cut it off. So, in reading the bondage book, I found out that there's an ancient Japanese bondage style. It's called seppuku. And seppuku later became to be known as harikari. And it's when you shame yourself. And because of shame, then you have to ritually disembowel yourself with a tanto, which is a short, like samurai blade. So this is part of the bondage, as far as I could tell. So seppuku, you would then you would take the blade and you would have you would stab it in your navel and dig deep into your spine, and then you're gonna crank that blade anti-clockwise, and then you're going to slice through your left abdomen, and then you're going to crank it vertically again, and then you're going to slice up into your heart. And then at that point, the samurai behind you will lop your head off. So, yeah, that seems fun. You guys heard of that bondage thing called seppuku? Yeah, seems. I mean, I'm thinking that's a scene, right? Like that's not real, right? But I don't know. It was in the book, so it must be real. Seppuku, the art of ritual disembowelment. Bondage fun near you. Oh, I think that was a different book. I think I was reading like The Way of the Samurai. I think I was reading both. I think I was listening to an audiobook, The Way of the Samurai, and then I was reading the kinky bondage book with just women tying each other up. I think I got them mixed up. I don't think you're supposed to ritually disembowel yourself and have your head lopped off with a samurai sword. I think that's for shame. And I think that's for self-immolation is what it's called. You guys have read books about self-immolation, right? Who knows the word self-immolation? I do. Why? It's a self-help show, kids. Self-help show. My mother took me to the library when I was 12, and she said, "You can check." She goes, "I'm proud of you for being such a good reader, and you can check out like 4 books." And I said, "Cool." And I got Seppuku, the art of ritual disembowelment, which was a manual on how to do what I just explained. And then I got The Onion Field by Joseph Wambaugh, which is about like a double homicide. And then I got In Cold Blood by Truman Capote, which was about the murder of an entire family in a farmhouse that happened in the 60s. And then I got Helter Skelter by Vincent Bugliosi, who was the prosecutor for the Manson family. And I said, "I found the books I want, Mom." And she was like, "Okay, how to kill yourself, Japanese style, and 3 books of mass murder." Yeah, great, no problem. Oh, and I got this one, Truly Tasteless Jokes, Book 6. A lot of stuff about Jewish American princesses and Black people. She was like, "Cool." Yeah, those are the books I checked out. And yeah, I read them. They were great. And it was only like years later when I'm taking my kids to the library, and they're like, "Can I get this?" And Lisa was like, "No, that's not appropriate." And I was like, listen. My mom let me read books on mass murder and suicide, and jokes about black people and Jewish people and Polish people and dead baby jokes. And I turned out perfect. And she was like, "Your mom should be ashamed. No wonder you're so fucked up." I said, "Yeah, but I'm a good reader." Who the hell remembers a trip to the library like that? Like, not the only trip I ever made to the library, but I remember it very specifically. And I wasn't testing it, I was just interested in that stuff. I was just like, yeah. I always wanted to know how, like, evil people, we're not far from evil. You know that, right? Our propensity for evil is relative. It's based on whether or not you're in the showers or you're standing outside the showers dropping the cyanide pellets. You understand that? Humans' propensity for evil is right at the surface. It's not even underneath. It's right there, man. The people who perform atrocities on other human beings around the world are just like you and me. And they feel like what they're doing is the right thing to do. They sleep at night. They don't go home and they're not having like these horrible dreams like, "Oh my God, I killed all the Jews today." They're like, "Yeah, I did my job because, they're bad and that's what they convinced me." And like, they're not like apologetic. "Oh, I'm so sorry." They're like, "No, like, what do you tell? I did this because I thought it was acceptable because they're bad people. The people I killed are not good." Like, do you guys get that? It's not like they went to Nuremberg afterwards and were like, um, yeah, these are for the Nazi war crimes. Like, I just wanted to say, Yana, I'm sorry. I knew killing them was bad, and I'll be honest with you, I was brainwashed. Yeah. How was Saddam Hussein? You guys see him on trial? He didn't give a fuck. He gave two fucks. They were like, "Look, you are a horrific nightmare of a human being, and you personally killed these people. And then based on your orders, you killed these millions more." And he's like, "And I do it again because they're disgusting pigs of non-human dog shit. And who do you think you are to even sit there and judge me? Because if these roles were reversed, I would have you killed now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have you killed no matter what. Watch who you're talking to." Do you know what megalomania looks like? It's frightening. It's frightening, dude. I watched Saddam all the way up to being is hanging. They all the way to the end, man. He was just like, "F you," and they're like spitting on him and kicking at him, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, fuck you and your mother, you dirty dog piece of shit." Like, he get all the way to the dangling. He was just like, "You don't judge me, I do the judging. I am God." Like, he was like, "It's literally there, but for the grace of God, go you or I." It's nuts. It's truly nuts. So I was always fascinated with people who do horrible things because, like, what's different? And it wasn't that I was afraid to become one of them. I was fascinated with people who went to prison. I would read books on death row inmates. I would read books about lifetime criminals, the stories told by them. And I remember I tell my dad once, I was like 16 years old, and I said, "Dad, I figured out if I ever go to prison, how to survive." My dad looked at me like most people look at me when I talk. They're like, "Really?" And he goes, I said, "Yeah, Dad, I figured it out." I said, "On day one, when I go to prison, I'm going to pick a fight and I'm going to beat the shit out of the biggest person in the room and I'm going to rape him." I said this to my dad. He goes, "Really?" I was like, "Yep." Like he could try to rape me, but I'm like, no, I'm raping you. I'm going to turn it around on him. I'm going to rape the biggest guy in the room and I'm going to beat him to a pulp. Yeah, I'll spend like 60 days in the hole, but when I come out, I'll be a legend. Nobody will fuck with me. He's he goes like, huh. I mean, that's a thing. That's interesting. I have an idea though. Instead of wasting all that brain space on planning for that contingency, why don't you just not go to prison? I was like, that's right, Dad. I'm going to run first because I know how to get it. He goes, no. You're not hearing me, son. Don't commit a crime that'll get you in prison. Cause and effect. Start very basic. Don't be a criminal. Then you don't have to worry about running. And then you don't have to worry about raping. And I was like, oh, interesting. See, Mama Fox, I read true crime, so I learned how to not go to prison. See, like I couldn't guarantee, like I would imagine myself like in a fit of rage, second degree, involuntary, who knows? In a fit of rage, it happened, and I wound up in jail, and I was innocent, but I raped a guy and murdered him, shit in his head, so they wouldn't fuck with me. I came out and I was a hardened criminal, and they're like, "You're not sweet anymore," and I'm like, "I'm still sweet. I'm just prison hard. Let's make love. Bend over." Oh no, son, why don't you just not commit a crime so you don't have to worry about going to jail? Dad, I can't predict that. Sometimes people just commit crimes. The odds are against me, Dad. Oh, my poor dad. I think he was proud of me at some point before he passed. I know he was. He's like, I never knew you'd be able to do math. I'm impressed. I never thought you work in a job that required like quantitative reasoning and logic and programming. Like, who knew? Who knew? I didn't know. Thanks, Dad. I love you too. So guys, if you want to know how to not go to prison, then I can teach you. If you want to know how to bundle some bondage rope, well, Kaylee will teach you. She'll give lessons, and your lessons will be naked, and they will be private. It'll cost a lot of money, but it'll be worth it. Thanks, Kaylee. She volunteered in private chat, so thanks, sweetheart. Appreciate it. Oh, Amber too? Oh, that's great. Who's that? Boom Chong. I told you guys, people in like Estonia and the Malaysia and whatnot, they watch the show. I really must have touched a nerve with some Asian people with you know, my content. ¿Cómo están ang buhay? That's Filipino. That means how's your life? Yeah. Buhay. I know some more Vietnamese. Ready? Me love you long time. How much? What can I get for $5? Anything you want. Anything. Tubuku. So sloppy with your bundle. I haven't done it for a long time. I don't use it. I just usually just like throw it away once it's bloody. Oh, there's another one. Here they come. Them Ruskies are coming in. Man, I hope they don't invade your neck of the woods. I heard that Putin doesn't like you guys very much. Down with freedom. I'll learn how to bundle better. I bundle the same way I used to wrap up the cord for the weed whacker. She's judging my bundle. Some bullshit. Can't help that I'm a large man. You're lucky I don't hit you with my bundle, woman. Dad, what's the rope for? Oh, it's for filthy sex when you guys aren't here. Don't touch that. Yeah, nothing gets your kids to drop stuff faster than telling them that, oh, yeah, I had sex with that. Dad, I just want to know if you have lady friends over when we're not here and you use our bed, do you at least clean the sheets? I'm like, use your bed. It's gross. I use the back seat of the car where you're sitting right now. That lock the doors. Oh, just kidding. I would never have a hooker in the car. Ah, wonder why those kids are traumatized. Hookers are at the No-Tell Motel on Oracle. We have a No-Tell Motel. For those of you who aren't from Tucson, we have a No-Tell Motel. It's no joke. You can rent by the hour. You want to see it? I'll show it to you. Oh, let's play a little Molly Molly while I look up the No-Tell Motel here on the Shelf Help Show.
We're stuck in this love boat together. Let's make this night last forever. My night is so fine. Sometimes I wish you were on my mind. And every day I dream of you. So please just tell me this is true. Sometimes I wish you were on my mind, and every day I dream of you. So please just tell me this is true. Mama, you're so fine. Sometimes I wish you were on my mind, and every day I dream of you. So please just tell me this is true.
All right, let's take a look. The No-Tell Motel, brought to you by Shelf Help Show. Discounts available at the desk if you pay by the quarter hour. Okay, so here's an aerial shot. Let's go to the part that says view all photos. See if we can find a dead prostitute here. Are you ready? Overview, prices, reviews, location, and about. Now, I don't really know. I mean, it's called the No-Tell Motel. I don't know if the prostitutes are there or anything like that, but I don't know. Let's see what it says. No-Tell Motels. I'm not joking, was I? DLY, daily, weekly, doesn't say hourly. Movies, what kind? They have ESPN and HBO. So they have one cable running through the whole place. 2425 North Oracle. This is a couple miles from my house. It's right next to Miracle Mile. Apparently somebody commissioned a street artwork. Yeah, look at that, man. That looks nice. That looks grimy. I'm sorry, guys. No-Tell Motel. You should not have a grimy looking. Jesus Christ. I would give you $1 billion to lick anything in that room. Holy crap. Yeah, that looks more comfortable to sit on that toilet. There we go. Taking pictures of the shit show with a bunch of paper towels up there. And a filthy ass floor. Man, oh. Hi. Who are you? You work there, live there, work there? I'm thinking work there. What do you guys think? Fascinating. Wow. You see light through the door. There's an anarchy sign. Everything looks like it's cum stained. Good job, Jose Ramirez. How does the outside look like it has human excrement on it? Hello, Hope Kelly. What are you hoping for, sweetheart? The antibiotics to come in? All right. Oh, they're laughing because they're not going to stay there because they know better. Alan Pelzer. I like that their names are on there. We should we hit up Alan? Be like, yo, Alan, you took this this whore with horn rimmed glasses to no tell motel. You should probably not post that shit online. Your wife's gonna find out. I'm just curious, why didn't you get a younger whore? Do you think that's his wife? That's the clouds coming in because Satan is tempting them. Wow, it looks good there. Hey, check this out. See the guy's shadow down here? Do you guys see what I see? Look, that's his shadow. Oh man, he was waiting for his hooker to come, and he didn't realize that he was about to. Oh, that's hilarious. He's taking a picture, and he's got what appears to be a change in his pocket. What do you think? Duffy Elmer is his name, or is it Elmer Duffy? I don't know. Do you think he's got change in his pocket, or is he happy to be seen? Isn't that feels like a crime? What do I know? There you go, guys. The No-Tell Motel, Polly Orozco. She thinks it's the place to be. I'm glad they tagged that one bathroom in case we weren't sure. From visitors. Yep. Photos. Yep. All the same. 360 view. Nope. Overview. 2.5. Fair. Yeah. Any comments? Any place you'd rather be? All places? What's the price? $50? Oh wait. Free cancellation. What's the price on this place? I mean, similar. I mean, the Riviera Motor Lodge is $50. That place looks better. Red Roof Inn is $55. That place looks significantly better. Amazon Motel is $55. The Hotel Congress is $130. Doubletree Hilton, Hilton East. Look, those are reasonably priced. You want to get a vacation rental, ranch style house? Let's get this ranch style house. Let's rent it. Let's see. 4-bedroom, up to 6 guests. 4 beds, 3 bedrooms. 157 red brick house. Let's check this bad boy out. We can have a little getaway in this little ranch style house. Okay. We probably have to have that one for Amber so she doesn't fall out. The one on the left. We'll bring some rope just to make sure. That's not bad. It's nice, cute, good tile. Doesn't look like it's stained. I guess that's a master. Sliding doors, cute. Like headboard broke the wall. Must have been Kaylee. Oh, this one has an orifice. I mean, the office. Okay, it's cute. What do you guys say? If they have a swimming pool, I'm in. Oh, that's cute. I like that. That's yeah. I like the offset blue. What do you guys think? It's not bad, right? Wait, is this the same room or a different room? I'm confused. What just happened? Let's go backwards. 2 rooms? Oh, living room. Okay. Fireplace. Cool. And we'll go here. Wait, is it just the other side? That would be weird. Yeah, it's different. It's a cute little house actually. I kind of like it. Yeah, look at that. I like the furniture. I mean, for southwesterny style, it's not too southwesterny. It's not like gross. It's more like cowboy modern. Like the leather. Like the Jesus on the wall and the wine on the wall. Yeah, it's all good. The treble clefs on the wall. I like music. Wait, is that the same sectional? I don't know. I know it can't be more than a living room and a family room. I like it. I like it. I think I would actually. I would decorate my house like that and be comfortable with it. I like the floors. Yeah, this is super cute. I like it a lot. It's like just masculine enough, that if I had this house and then had a girlfriend over, I'd be like, yeah, it's mine. See, oh my gosh. Do you have a gay interior decorator? I'm like, no, it was a woman, but yeah, same difference, right? My house when I moved into this place, I had done it all like a beach theme, all beach, like little boats and hoes and seagulls and shit. And when my kids came over, they were like, "Oh, Dad, it's really cute." Um, that Haley said, "Dad, it looks like your house looks like you're gay or you have a girlfriend." I'm like, "Neither." They're like, "Oh, then who decorated it?" I was like, "I did." And they're like, "Are you sure you don't have a girlfriend?" Like, why can't a heterosexual man decorate his own house? They let me shop at Hobby Lobby. I don't have to prove anything. Wearing this color shirt. It's nice because it's pretty. That's funny. I just took a hit on my vape and I coughed violently. I'm gonna hit it again. Mm, I like the stove. I don't like overhead microwaves that much. They're okay. Look, I mean the it was 3 bedroom, living room, family room, dining room, kitchen. That house, based on its profile, it's long, narrow in the front. What are you thinking? Like maybe 1,600 square feet? Totally manageable. It's a cute house. Depending on where it is in Tucson, that could be like a $350,000 house. They're taking all these old ranch houses and they're sprucing them up. And if they're going along the corridor, going down towards the other side of I-10 and Mission, that whole area right there is just blowing up huge, and houses are just super expensive. No pool. As a homeowner, having no pool is good. Not from the liability standpoint. It's just a fucking dirty hole that you have to clean all the time. It's literally like having a giant asshole in your backyard. I know I've owned houses with three houses with 3 pools, and I mean it's fun. It's good for super hot, but it's a lot of work. I'm out. Oh, okay, you going to bed, Pumpkinhead? I like this. I want to buy it. Oh, it's a grow old swing. That's cute. Oh, fire pit, place to sit. I like it. Railroad ties. That's good. I like fire pits. That's a cute little house. I really like it. I don't just want to rent it. I want to own it. I mean, come on. You can't have a built-in grill. You did all this work on revamping, and you can't just run a fucking gas line and put in a Coleman with a sink. Come on now, kids. Come on. My last house had a Manzebo, the one that her boyfriend got. It was a nice one. It was good. Good night, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I love you. I appreciate it. Cool. So yeah, I think I'm going to wrap up too. Shelf Help Show. So go to shelfhelpshow.com, check out the merch, sign up. Let me put myself back on the screen because I know you want to see me really bad. Sign up. If you're on Twitch, I appreciate you guys coming back video on demand. Go ahead and follow, subscribe. I still got the $100 gift card provided by my once spouse, Lisa. If you are one of the from 75 to 100, 76 to 100, once we get to 100, I'll do a raffle and I will announce the winner. You get $100 to spend at Amazon. Good night, all. You guys be good. Love you, mean it. So let's go out with a little Molly.
I met this girl on the night of Halloween. She stood there with a flower, man, she looked like a beauty queen. I took her inside so we could have some fun. She walked around and met everyone. Molly, you're so fine. Sometimes I wish you were on my mind. And every day I dream of you. So please just tell me this is true.
My other one.
We ate dinner and socialized before you and I realized we're stuck in this love boat together. Let's make this night last forever. Molly, you're so fine. Sometimes I wish you were on my mind. And every day I dream of you. So please just tell me this is true. Molly, you're so fine. Sometimes I wish you were on my mind. And every day I dream of you. So please just tell me this is true.
So that's the show. Thanks for checking it out. Tell a friend. Tune in next time. Remember, love yourself. Love one another.
Please just tell me. Please just tell me. We will be free. Where we go, anything is possible. What am I doing? Oh, my future looks so beautiful. Take my hand, and don't you forget I am trying to make my way to you. So when we say sunset, we will be free. Sail away with me into the sunset, we will be free. To the sunset, you and I, we will be free.